you can introduce Carson.
Perfect. Well, our next guest joining us from the lovely Comox, BC on the Vancouver Island, lovely place. And if you can get used to the jets flying overhead from the air base, a nice place to be. Carson and I, we kind of met, so to speak, when we were at competing Chrysler dealerships, although 25 miles apart. And from there, Carson, tell us a little bit more, and welcome.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Jeff. Yeah, I've been in the business. Grew up playing hockey and had a bad concussion. My dad was in the business, working for a Chrysler store, and coming out of junior hockey, and been told that I couldn't move on with that career. I was a little bit lost, and Dad kind of took me under his wing and said, "Hey, why don't you come to work with me one day?" And I decided to throw on a suit, same thing as Marco, a little bit oversized and a little bit baggy, but went to work, sold a couple cars, and I was hooked. And that was 2 months before my 19th birthday, and I haven't looked back since. My dad was in the business. Both my sisters were in the business as well, so it was kind of in our blood. And worked my way through finance, non-prime, and then into sales management, then general sales management, and now obviously GM for the last 6 years. Lot has changed throughout my career, not only on a personal level, but throughout the business as well, specifically in the digital world, and making sure that you're trying to build teams. It seems like they're getting younger and younger as you move on, but it's kind of nice. We found a nice home out here. We lost my dad and my brother and my mother-in-law all in 1 year. So my wife and I decided to kind of hit the reset button and come out to beautiful Comox, which is kind of like heaven on earth. So we had a good opportunity to get back with the Trotman Auto Group here again. And I've been here since June of last year, and it's been great. Beautiful place. There's nothing to complain about. We had to, obviously it's a lot smaller store than what I've been used to in the past, but being part of an auto group, you've got those avenues to help you out and push you forward. But we're working out of an old gas station that's was built back in the 1950s, and everybody says, "Oh, I bet you can't wait to get out of that place." And to be honest with you, I love it. It gives us a little bit of character, and even makes our customers feel a little bit bad for us. So.
Oh, great. I'm glad you're finding a good place there. So how hard was it to build a successful digital presence? Because you mentioned that already. And, what were your challenges getting it started?
Well, I think, there's challenges with everything, getting buy-in from your team. And I think we mentioned it earlier, is you need to do it with them, and you need to make sure that you're believing in what you're putting out there, and having fun doing so, and this business, and I think Ian touched on that, is there's too many dealers, too many GMs, dealer principals out there that just take things way too serious. And I just, I wanted to make sure that I wasn't going to be one of those guys. I want to make sure that my team's having fun. Obviously still holding them accountable to what is expected of them, but at the same time, I want them to enjoy coming to work and wanting to come to work. And as Marco said, selling the 44 cars and working every day pin to pin, I'm sure that if he didn't enjoy the workspace that he was in, he wasn't going to be coming to work every day with the right attitude and the right work ethic. So it kind of all comes in motion here, but it all comes down from the top to the bottom, is that you're giving a good platform for someone to come and enjoy their workspace. So that's the key. And I think, to answer your question, Jeff, sorry to ramble a little bit, but on the digital side of things, I just kind of took a look when I took over the store and realized you know, a few areas of that I really wanted to attack, and things that we definitely needed to improve on. And you know, community was a big part of that. We're in a small community here in the Comox Valley. We've got about 70,000 people, and community is huge, and the local businesses are huge. And you know, it's a small town, and things spread very quickly. And if it's bad, it spreads even faster. So we wanted to make sure, you know, my goal in the first year was to make sure that we're kind of a leading charge within the community, and doing our part to help out as best as we can.
Well, you know, you mentioned too, you know, being in a small community, what do you do differently, you know, considering your fellow guests here in a pretty large market, the giant black hole of Toronto? What do you do differently for your market?
You know what, this is the thing too, is that, you know, in the digital world, we're all on the same playing field, and it doesn't matter, you know, if you're in downtown Toronto or, you know, little Comox Valley, you still have the same platform, you still have the same audience. And I think it just comes down to, you know, you have to have different ways to approach your digital campaigns. I try to stage them in different pillars of marketing, sales being one of them, promoting incentives, sale events, things like that, that gain you more opportunities. Obviously, every store from here to, you know, the East Coast are doing the same thing when it comes down to sales. Parts and service, really honing in on customer service, and making sure that your customers feel comfortable doing business with you. A third pillar would be knowledge. Giving fun facts from why you should have change your fluids or a regular basis, or wow factors of products and services. Cool factor, you know, that's the big thing. That's one of the things that I've added. One of the pillars I've added here is, it was very, how do I say it politically correct, a little bit boring, a little bit plain. I wanted to spice things up. You know, I wanted to go with the younger sales floor. I wanted to get some energy and some enthusiasm, and some things that, you know, lifted trucks and lifted Jeeps and things like that are going to attract different age groups throughout your audience. Why buy from us? Giving it, making it crystal clear on what is expected from for our customers from us when wanting to do business with us. And I think, you know, 90% of the car industry make it very difficult to do business with them. And I wanted to make sure that it was extremely easy to do business with us. And if someone wants to come in and do a deal strictly with myself, I'm there to do it. If someone wants to come in and deal with my fixed operations manager, they can do it. And it goes all the way through my whole team, and everybody's kind of on board. We had to move a few things when it comes down to our team, and building and finding the right people. You know, most people on this call are in the business, I imagine. And there's a few things that I've been told is, if you've got the right product, you've got the right process, and you've got the right people, you'll gain some profits. And I think, you know, the people are the biggest thing, and making sure that you've got the right team in place. And you know, processes, everybody has those processes. We believe that we've got a really good process in place, but the people, we definitely were missing the boat on. Now we've got a team that, you know, I feel completely comfortable giving a lead to any one of my sales reps. I know that it's going to be handled accordingly. Moving on, obviously the last pillar is something that I'm extremely passionate about, is community involvement, and that's something that we've chatted about earlier. I've always been proud of being kind of a leader within the industry in this category. And the reason being, to answer your question, Jeff, is what are you doing different? And it's more than just stroking a check to a local hockey team. It's getting out to the community and helping out. We've started a program called CVD Cares, Comox Valley Doge Cares campaigns. You know, and it's a wide range of things. One, you know, my wife, we've got 2 little girls and another one on the way. But we feel that it's very important to make sure that they feel they understand the importance of giving back. And so my wife kind of runs a breakfast club, or she did before COVID, obviously, for the dealership, and she does a lot of the community involvement, going down to the soup kitchen and whatnot, and making sure that we're out in the community and doing our part to help out with those that are a little bit less fortunate. You know, during COVID, I saw a great opportunity there to really focus on the digital side of things on our community page. What we did was we kind of did just a social media post, just a simple video asking who needs help, you know, and who would like to help. And we had a lot of hand raisers that wanted to help, and there's a couple individuals within the community that were a little bit up against it, and we managed to feed over 100 individuals that were, you know, a little bit down and out. And that's something that I you know, hold close to my heart. Obviously, you want to make a difference in a positive way, and especially with a community like we have here. Another thing too is once we kind of saw our way coming out of COVID, I saw another opportunity to promote local businesses. There's a lot of local businesses here. And a lot of those businesses, a lot of those customers or a lot of those people are our customers. And I wanted to kind of use our platform to help promote their business and let everybody know that it's not all about selling cars or servicing vehicles. It's about giving back to the community that's given back so much to myself and my team.
Terrific. So I assume that you get a pretty good return on your investment from the videos.
Yeah. I think that's a pretty loaded question. ROI,
of course it is.
ROI vary and depends on what I'm trying to accomplish. Like I mentioned to you earlier, it's not all about selling rides, but you know, building your reputation within the community and building your client base, which will give you a continued ROIs as long as you follow through with doing business, your business practice properly, and making sure that you're taking care of your clients and your community. I think, so to answer your question, yeah, of course you're going to get a good ROI, but there's more to it than just a video. There's the hard work after the fact and making sure that you're following through with what you're putting out there.
Perfect. Thank you very much. I really appreciate your comments. And now we'll get Ian, if you could take it from there, and we'll touch base with everybody right at the end. Thank you.